right, we back. If you getting paid, you getting traded today. Let's keep it a buck. Every single player in the NBA is paid. But I mean, the highest paid player on every single roster is getting traded today. This is where things get good. Because not always is the best player the most paid. We know Joel Embiid got a max. We know that James Harden took a little bit less money than the max. But the highest paid player on the 76ers is Tobias Harris. We're throwing him in the trade finder. Also turned off financial trade rules so he could potentially get traded for somebody that's making $1 million. There's 29 different options. We're going to type in 29. Go hit this button and we got to do trade number 19. And that's getting Trey Murphy III and Kira Lewis Jr. That's exactly like the circumstances. This man is making max money and he's getting traded for 2 people on rookie contracts. The deal is done. Who gets better? Somebody. Maybe nobody. There's a case where the highest paid player is the best player. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Only 2 trade offers. Oh, that's because I didn't switch it to the Bucks. That's stupid of me. Here we go. Now there's 26 offers. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. 26 offers. We're doing trade number 14, which is Luka Doncic getting traded here. Which is interesting because Luka's contract kicked in this year or next year? I forget. Oh, it already kicked in. Okay, so there we go. We're changing 2 All-Stars for 2 All-Stars. Simple as that. Who got better? I'm going to ask that after every trade. No, I'm not. The Bulls' highest paid player is Zach LaVine, who's technically not the best player on the team. There's going to be 29 different offers, and we're getting trade number 19 for Zach LaVine. And trade number 19 is bringing Brandon Ingram and Herb Jones to Chicago. This is kind of a wash. If you're just looking at overalls, technically the Bulls got better. But, I mean, it's like really good wing player and one young dude who's also really solid. That's the trade. Who got better? None of those trades so far is like, oh, that's the new championship contender. Cleveland Cavaliers is an interesting one because it is Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, I forgot. It is going to be Donovan. Dang, I thought it was going to be somebody else. All right, so there's 29 offers to Donovan Mitchell. He is going to trade number 25, which is going to bring him to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey for backcourt. So wait. Okay, let's think about this. The Cavaliers now, after trading away their backcourt, have Shai Giddey, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Did they get better? I don't even remember what Donovan Mitchell's overall was. I don't remember what his overall was. I don't think it was 94 though, and Shai is a 94. Is Jason Tatum the highest player in Boston? The answer is yes, he is. Trade number 3, which is the Bulls getting Tatum, and Boston getting 2 all-star caliber. Now Brandon Ingram made it in a few seasons. But he's all-star caliber. So their new team was like, here, Jaylen Brown, you're the best player on the roster. We gonna put you around Brandon Ingram, DeMar DeRozan at the 4, Robert Williams at the 5, Malcolm Brogdon at the 1, and then stuff. I don't love it. The Clippers will probably have Kawhi Leonard. Oh, it's tied. Look at that. But I just sorted it, and Paul George is up top. So Paul George is the one that's getting traded, man. Let 2K decide. And there's going to be the 7th trade, which is Trae Young and DeAndre Hunter for Russell Westbrook and Paul George. I would not be surprised. Because you know in NBA 2K, the Clippers don't get no love. I would not be surprised if them adding Trae Young is going to make them a playoff team, when in normal years they don't end up being a playoff team. The Grizzlies' highest paid player is not Ja. Ja might get paired up with somebody even more elite than Jaren Jackson Jr. We're about to find out with 29 different offers. He's going to trade number 15, and it's for Jrue Holiday. So Jrue Holiday gets traded from the Bucks to the Mavericks, now to the Grizz. So Jrue Holiday, I will make sure that the lineups look good, but Jrue Holiday's now going to be running the 2, I guess. I mean, I guess Bane is moving over to the 3. Their new starting 4 is who? Yikes, Salty Aldama. I don't think they won that trade. The Atlanta Hawks already traded away Trae Young. In a case like this, where we have a player, the highest paid player is already traded, we're going to go to the 2nd highest. So Paul George could potentially get somebody of help there, because John Collins, finally, after what seems like years and years and years of being on the trade market, is finally getting traded away for Chris Boucher. Wow, who won that trade? I think we can say that the Raptors won that trade. Okay, the next one, Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. Not only is he paid this season, he paid for the next couple, where he's going to end up at $54 million at the age of 35. 29 offers for the man. He's getting trade number 23. A lot of these trades feel like they're coming on the back end, and it's for Keldon Johnson. The Heat are hitting their rebuild phase, ladies and gentlemen. They're hitting their rebuild phase. They got a good first-round pick in exchange, and they got a 23-year-old Keldon Johnson. All right. Next, we got the Charlotte Hornets, whose highest-paid player is going to be, of course, Gordo. Gordo, you know, good idea of bringing him in. Obviously dealt with a ton of injuries in his time so far And when he does play, he's good. It's just a matter of can we keep him on the floor. He's getting traded away for Aaron Nesmith. He's going to Indianapolis. He's going to Indiana. And I'm not a college basketball expert, but if I'm not mistaken, Butler, which is where he went to college, is in Indiana. I'll Google it, but I think that's true. It is in Indianapolis, Indiana. See, I be knowing a little some. So now he's going back. Is he from there? I don't know, but he went to college there, and that's enough for me. The highest paid player on the Utah Jazz is not All-Star Larry Marketing, because by $0.2 million, Colin Sexton beats out Larry Marketing there. So let's see what Colin Sexton could potentially get. Oh, he might be able to get James Harden because they pairing him with some other people. So let's see if he gets James Harden. Nope, he's getting trade number 13, which trade number 13 is going to get them D'Angelo Russell. Ooh, Lakers fans, I don't know. You know you trading one of your big guys, and now you're trading away two of your good role players. You're getting into Colin Sexton, who's younger and smaller. And then I don't even remember who's the second guy. Here is De'Aaron Fox's time. I'm gonna assume it's 29 trade off because every single one has been so far. He's going to number 10. De'Aaron Fox for LaMelo Ball. Whoa, who gets better? The answer to that is I don't know. Jalen Brunson, the offseason acquisition for the New York Knicks, has been killing the game. Been looking great. The Knicks are looking good, but it is time for him to move on to his next team, and that next team is gonna be the sixth team, which is the Clippers. So, but they already got Trae Young, didn't they? So the Clippers are going to have Trae Young and Jalen Brunson. That's just such a small backcourt. The Knicks just lost out on a lot. I'll be honest with you. The Knicks went from a playoff team to a team that's going to be on the outside. LeBron James, it is your time to shine, though, or not. Let's see where you're getting traded to. The 17th team. That's going to get him traded for Nikola Jokic. Jokic is gone, ladies and gentlemen. And now this front court is the best front court in basketball right now. Are you kidding me? Now, that guard play in the wings look kind of weak, but the center play, power forward play is going to be nasty. The Magic are one of the youngest teams in basketball. Their highest paid player is Judah, and he only played a handful of games over the last 3 seasons. So what is his value going to be? I don't know. You attach a first-round pick to it, it might be pretty good, but I don't know if they will. 12th trade is going to be Malik Monk from the Sacramento Kings. All right, so there's that. The Kings get an extra defender, I guess, and that was basically a trade that was for nobody. Nobody benefited. So in this case, Giannis and Jaren Jackson Jr. are part of a trade. So the next highest paid player is Tim Hardaway Jr. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to get 29 offers, of course, and he's going to 29, which is a loss for them. Yep, for a team that got Jaren Jackson Jr. and now Giannis, they traded away one of their elite three-point shooters for Kendrick Nunn. Else. Next, Ben Simmons is getting moved. Ben Simmons is going to be the highest paid player on this team. All right. Can we somehow get Ben on a different team where he could potentially showcase his value? 29 offers, and he's going to trade number 19, and trade number 19 is going to be for Larry Nance Jr., center for center, but a first-round pick is getting thrown in by the Pelicans. It's another one of those trades that don't matter. But you know who is going to matter? This trade for Jamal Murray. Now, LeBron and Jokic switch spots. Jamal Murray at $31 million and a good player could potentially get something crazy for Bron to have as a teammate. And it's Domantas Sabonis. Hold on. You traded away an All-NBA first team, second team center, Jokic. I ain't going to make that argument. You can fight amongst yourselves. But you got back Domantas Sabonis, who's like All-NBA third team. And you got back Bron. Now, obviously, your best point guard is Reggie Jackson. But Bron, I'm running Bron at the 1 for them. Bron is running the 1 tonight. Yeah, it's going to be him, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and then Sabonis. That ain't too bad. We'll see if they can contend. The highest paid player here is going to be Miles Turner. It's not even close. Miles Turner signed. I guess it could be close. Miles Turner signed an extension halfway through the season. They gave him a plethora of funds. Like, that man's bank account is looking elite, and shout out to him. Trade number 9. Trade number 9 for Miles. It's for Bam Adebayo. Another trade that looked like the Heat are going towards a rebuild because they get an extra first-round pick. And now, Indianapolis, Indiana Pacers looking kind of fun. I mean, they're already fun in real life, but like even more fun because they got Reese and Bam, and then they got Gordon Hayward, hometown hero, maybe. Again, I don't know where he's actually from. But then you got, they're already fun. Now, will that equate to wins in the game in 2K? Time will tell. I'm going to say probably not. The next player getting traded is CJ McCollum. I didn't even realize the Pelicans have been a part of 3 different trades already. And so because Z's contract doesn't kick in just yet, it's kind of crazy what their team could potentially look like. This CJ trade is huge. They could be contenders. They could be contenders right now. the 21st pick or the 21st trade is for Fred VanVleet. Point guard for point guard play. I ain't mad at it. So they team could potentially look like Freddie, and then I'll probably put Zach LaVine at the 2, and then Tobias at the 3, Zion, and then yeah, they can make some noise potentially. I ain't gonna be mad at it. Bojan Bogdanovic is getting traded for the 5th to the 15. What team would that be? It's gonna be for Derek White. Okay, one of the nothing trades. I can't say that. Good role player for good role player is a good trade. Let me stop acting like it's not. Pascal Siakam, 29 off. He's going to the 24th one, and that's gonna be for DeAndre Ayton. Ooh. Now we know Pascal used to be a 5 in the game of 2K. Like that was like 2 weeks ago before that. Not even 2 weeks ago. Like maybe 4 days ago before they changed it. So now they lost some size. The Suns did lose some size right there, but they look kind of crazy. But I have to remember, they're going to be trading Kevin Durant in a couple minutes. Or Book. I forget which one's making more. I'm assuming Kevin Durant. The highest paid player on the Rockets is $9.4 million, Jalen Green. Really good young up-and-coming player, 20 years old. You pair him with somebody else, you could potentially get Joel Embiid. Instead, they're getting a 24 trade, which is going to be for Donovan and Pascal. Oh, snap. Oh, we were just talking about how good the Suns look, and just like that, the Suns' potential title chances are over. And now the Houston Rockets got KPJ, Devin Booker, Kenyon Martin Jr., Pascal, and Alperen Sengun. Rockets fans, I ain't saying what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Doug McDermott for 19, and that's going to be for James Johnson. Doug McDermott going back to Indianapolis too. We got a lot of people having some reuniting. You know what I'm saying? He used to play there a couple seasons ago, but he's back. All right, now with the Suns, the highest paid player on the Suns again is Kevin Durant. And I cannot believe how different this team is about to look in a couple seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only 25 offers for KD. So let's run it again. It's the 13th trade, which is for Giannis and Jaren. So the Mavericks just traded everything to basically get KD on the team by himself. Him and Christian Wood. Whatever. If that's what you want to do. If that's what the wheel is telling us to do. But now we got Chris Paul, Jaren, and Giannis. We probably run Jaren at the 5 and Jalen Green at the 2. Josh, this team could be all right now that they got Giannis, of course. The highest paid player on the OKC Thunder after the trades is Luguentz Dort. Shout out to Lou. Shout out to the Dortcher Chamber. Can we get Donovan Mitchell and Chet Holmgren and Darius Garland a little bit of help? Let's see. 18th trade. Michael Porter Jr. Oh, we thought he was going to be there for LeBron. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. low-key kind of the perfect teammate for LeBron because he going to catch it, he going to shoot, and he going to shoot 40+% from the 3 every single season. Rudy Gobert, they traded away all those picks and players to get Rudy, and now he's shipping Rudy to his next team. And that next team is going to be the 28th team, which is the Warriors. Wigs. The Warriors have never had a rim protecting center like that. They've had some solid centers. Kevon Looney, of course, is one of them. But Rudy Gobert can add a little different element. 25 trade offers for Damian Lillard, and he's going to trade number 17, which is for Cade and Jay Nivey. Ryan Arcidiacono part of this trade too, so shout out to Chicago legend. The Bulls had him as a starting point guard for like a season. Just think about that. Kay Cunningham, former first overall pick, is traded, and then same thing with Jay Nivey. I mean, the Pistons just traded away Bogdanovic for like Derek White, and now they got Damian Lillard on the team. Golden State Warriors are gonna see Steph Curry get moved 28. So there's one team out there that was like, we don't even want Steph Curry. 2015 is gonna be OKC. Okay, the Warriors could still be at least half decent. Maybe. We run Clay at the 3, Jordan Poole and Donovan Mitchell at the 1 and 2, Rudy Gobert. They can still be half decent, I think. And the last team is gonna be the Washington Wizards, whose highest paid player, of course, is Bradley Beal. He signed a max contract, and it's a lot of money. 29 offers there, and he's going to number 15. And now after this trade, we will go through every team, and then I'm going to make sure that their lineup looks exactly the way it should so they can optimize everything. I'm looking through these teams trying to figure out which one I feel the most. I should probably have Trey Murphy III be a small forward, the more I think about it. Because they're starting, who was that? It was Daniel House. Trey Murphy's going to be starting after the second game of the season. The Bucks are still looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They're still looking pretty good. Now, the bench ain't as good, but the starting lineup is looking elite. The Bulls got Tatum and Lonzo. That's going to be a playoff team because Lonzo's the GOAT, especially in the game of 2K. I think the Cavs still look pretty good. The Celtics, I mean, they got rid of Tatum, obviously, but they replaced him with some really cool dudes. Even Bojan Bogdanovic down there for Derek White is kind of an elite level pickup. Underrated team. It's a matter of whether 2K want to give him love for being small, But they got talent here. They got talent here, bro. The Clippers better make the playoffs. Also, the Hawks look pretty good too. Now they got Russ and Paul George on the team. Russ is back as a starter. You know what I'm saying? See how that looks. LaMelo, Jamal Murray, Kevin Huerter, Keegan Murray, and no center, Chimezie Metu. Shout out to the homie, but that's a huge downgrade between Domantas Sabonis and the 76 overall Chimezie. So we'll see if that plays a big difference. The Knicks lost a lot there with their backcourt looking like 76-76. They still got Randall, though, so that might be something. The Lakers front court, again, best in basketball, 93-97 overall, but the rest of the team looks a little bit iffy. Bradley Beal, low-key, and with Kuzma comes into this team, and they look kind of nice now. You want Franz, but you don't got Franz right now. KD is playing alone, you know. Yep, just out there running around by himself. LeBron at the 1, his overall goes down, but I still think this is a solid-looking team. I think in real life, this team 100% is a playoff team. I just don't know if 2K is going to get them the respect. Again, I think this Pacers team is going to be fun. They got Gordon Hayward at the 4 with Buddy and Mathurin at the wings, and then Tyrese and Bam. That's a pretty fun team in my eyes. The Pelicans have Fred VanVleet, Zach LaVine, Tobias Harris, Zion, and Val. Then off the bench, they got Ben Simmons. Don't want to see Ben Simmons and Zion on the court together, but I'm not the coach. Lillard is out there with a bunch of kids. The Raptors look interesting, but nothing too crazy. The Rockets should be a playoff team, man. The Rockets with Book and Pascal inserted into that lineup, that's 100%. That better be a playoff team or it's all rigged. The Suns look like a playoff team too. Jalen Green and Chris Paul, that's a playoff team. And then the Thunder. Oh, yeah. So Shea, Garland, Joe, they're all 6'4" shorter. But they got to start together. But they do have Steph Curry. And Steph Curry is elite. Even if we change it to a shooting guard, he's still a 93. So he might be able to wheel their way. And then we got Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns back together with Anthony Edwards. So that's kind of cool. The Trailblazers are young as heck now that Damian Lillard is gone. The Warriors look like they could be interesting for sure, especially with MPJ coming off the bench. And then lastly, the Wizards. All right, it's our time to simulate. I do have it so these other teams could make trades with each other if they want to. I don't know if they will, considering every team made at least one trade, and some of them way more than one. But we just go simulate. And this team right here started off terribly, and they might be a playoff team now. For the first time since Derrick Rose, Chicago Bulls had the MVP of the league. This man Tatum averaged 42 and 10 this season. He averaged 42 and 10. Look at what was your season high then? 66. Oh, Dame also had 66, by the way. 66 though. What the heck? I mean, 17 points. Yeah, that was a stinker for you. Anything less than 30 points was an absolute bad game. The man had 50. I wish I could sort, but you can't. The man had 50 so many times. Paolo wins Rookie of the Year. John Wall wins Sixth Man of the Year back with the Houston Rockets. That's funny. Joel Embiid wins DPOY. And Alperen Sengun wins Most Improved Player. Okay, the Rockets might have made a little bit of noise. I guess we're going to see Quinn Snyder wins Coach of the Year, which means that the Atlanta Hawks, who have Russell Westbrook, DeJounte Murray, and Paul George, 65 wins. 65 wins, y'all. LeBron, All-NBA first team. You knew Bron was going to do his thing, even if he was the lead point guard and not his traditional position. Almost averaged a triple-double. One of his best seasons in recent history, I guess. James Harden, of course, doing, oh my God, he jumped up to 28 points. That's like prime Harden. 29 and 11 and a half is prime Harden. Near 50-40-90 for the first time in his career, right? He's never been 50-40-90. Yeah, he deserved that. Tatum, of course, the MVP. Giannis averaged 25, 11, and 8. And then Joel Embiid, they got 2 All-NBA first-team players. If y'all didn't win 60-plus games, I'm disappointed. Luka doing Luka things. Dame at 33 and .7 with 9 assists, 50-40-90. If the Pistons are a playoff team, whoo, Dame did his thing. Jimmy G in San Antonio, I'm assuming that they didn't make the playoffs, but his numbers are kind of elite. Same thing with KD. His numbers are elite, 50-40-90 as well. And then Nikola Jokic rounds out the All-NBA second team, averaged another triple-double, 23 points per game. And then Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. Yeah, bro. This is about to be a fun simulation, bro. The Clippers have 2 All-NBA players, too. And there's Bam in the third team. Defensive teams, do you care? Probably not. Here we go. Who disappointed? Who surprised? The Bulls in the season on the 9-game streak. I mean, you had to be good if you're going to have the MVP. And I told you he was going to be good. But I said it was because of Zoe. And Zoe had a good season, even though he didn't shoot 40% from 3 this year. He had a good season, but it was obviously Tatum averaging 42. Averaging 42 in an 82-game season is ridiculous. But this was the team right here, the team to beat. Russ shot 50% from the field for the first time in his entire career. Resurgence, baby. 32% from 3. Pretty solid from the free throw line. Only turned the ball over 1.5 times to 7 assists. You love to see that for Brody. DeJounte's probably averaging 20 as well. Yep. And then Paul George averaged about 27. A lot of crazy numbers in the simulation so far. We saw that the 76 had 2 All-NBA players. The Celtics are still good. I knew that was going to be the case. The Pistons, oh my God, Damian Lillard did it with the kids. Whoa. That's a terrible sentence. Damian Lillard won a bunch of basketball games with young players. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Man, do not clip that and take it out of context. The worst team was the Orlando Magic. They're still super young, even with Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma on the team. I thought they could have been better, but no, Wendell Carter probably hurts them. Not having a real legitimate center. The Knicks, we saw that they were probably going to be bad. And then the Wizards started off bad, had a win streak, and ended up being bad. And then the Charlotte Hornets 20 games under as well. And everything else was up in play. I mean, the number 1 seeded Atlanta Hawks was dominating, especially at home. They lost single-digit games at home. Out west, the Golden State Warriors. No Steph Curry, no problem. Donovan Mitchell, 36.6 and 4.5. I got the follow back on Instagram the other day from Donovan Mitchell. I'm just saying, so that's the homie now. I ain't talked to him yet. But that's the homie now. Klay Thompson, cool, 24 points per game. That is a career high, a career year for Klay Thompson. Wow. Draymond Green, do what he does. Rudy Gobert, 9, 11, and then 2. And then Michael Porter Jr. puts up 15 off the bench and shoots 44% from 3 like we knew he could. Bron and Nate, well, first of all, we just got to recognize the point differential difference in the league. The Warriors are by far the best team in the Western Conference. It's not even close. The Denver Nuggets are second, but it's, again, not very close. LeBron did his thing. DeMontis averages 16, 10, and 7, which is pretty good. He shot it pretty good from 3, too, shooting 36%, which would be a career high. The Pelicans, with this roster, I knew that they was going to be solid. I just didn't know how good. And then we got the Grizzlies. Oh, yeah, the Grizzlies had Jrue Holiday, and they ran kind of small. For sure, they ran kind of small, but it didn't matter. Kings. With the 2 trades, they traded away both of their top players, y'all. They traded away DeMontis and De'Aaron Fox and still made the playoffs. Like the beam, ladies and gentlemen. OKC, a 500 team with Steph Curry and Darius Garland. Steph Curry averaged 31, Darius Garland averaged 27 and 11, 50, 40, 90. Shout out to him. Chet, rookie season, 12 and 9. You'll take that with 2 blocks. Oh, you'll definitely take that. And then, yeah, here's the rest. The play-in. Oh, the Spurs are play-in team. Jimmy Butler. Man, Jimmy Butler almost willed them by himself. 5-game losing streak to end the season. Basically took them from a team that would have been safe to a team that's on the play-in. That's Devin Booker and Pascal Siakam in them. The Suns are bad. I thought they had a chance to be good. Whoa, they're the bottom play-in team? Not a chance. I thought they were going to be really good. This is a good team. At least it looked like it on paper. Now, obviously, the Josh and Kogi at 3 is kind of hurting, but you got Giannis. Giannis would be enough. The Lakers couldn't get it done. The worst team was the Mavericks, and we knew that. Kevin still made an All-NBA team, even though he was on the worst team in the conference, even worse than this Utah team. But the Utah team spent some money and picked up Miles Bridges. They said, hey, we ain't going to be the worst in the league. We're going to be second worst. They used $22 million to pick him up. All right, simulation time. Play in, get rid of those. We'll see what ends up happening. And what happened is the Suns did not make it. And then the Clippers did make it, which means that the 7 and 8 seed both made it. Okay. And out west, the Cavs and the Nets make it, which is the 7-8. So neither of the top teams really had a chance to come up and do it. All right. Let's see if we can get any game 7s. Because in the first round, that's the only thing we really care about. We don't really care about no close game 2. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a video like this, we want to see game 7s, baby. It looked like we might not get a single one. Okay, we got one game 7. And this is, oh, snap. This is the Nuggets versus Kawhi, Trey, and all of those. Again, I was surprised that the Clippers are getting a little bit more love, but here they are in the game 7 against the 2 seed from the play-in. And if that first quarter tells us anything, oh, it's not telling us nothing, because here come back from the Clippers. It's a close one, but how close will it be? Not close enough. Not close enough. Thought the Clippers had a chance, but they ran against Bron in the playoffs, and Bron in the Thomas Bryant and Bron reconnected, and Thomas Bryant with a huge game in the game 7. So we got a 1-4, 2-3, 1-5, 2-6. The 76ers get swept by Damian Lillard. Dame in the playoffs so far. I know you averaged some crazy numbers. Let me see that number. Averaging 40 and 10 in the playoffs. 72% from the field, 71% from 3. He swept the team. This team had 2 All-NBA first-team players between Joel Embiid and James Harden. They got swept by Damian Lillard. 40 on 77 splits is crazy. and Damian Lillard. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately for them, it's like they got swept in the second round. Dame didn't have that same kind of firepower. He still ended up shooting it well, but not well enough. Instead, Tatum and company, I mean, he's averaging almost 50. This video is crazy. Tatum is averaging almost 50 on 58, 48, or 58, great splits. How about that? Instead of me trying to read the numbers, great split. He's averaging MVP, putting it up come playoff time. We might not even get a game 7 in the second round, baby. We might have to go straight to the conference finals with no game 7s. Hopefully we get, yes, we do. Okay, so we do get one game 7. We'll take that. And it's just going to be the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. Of course, the Warriors have no Steph Curry. Is it Donovan Mitchell? Okay, we can kind of look that through. I forget who it is. It is Donovan Mitchell. Okay, so it is Donovan Mitchell. I mean, this is a good matchup, I think. I think the Warriors kind of edge it out just a little bit. But in the game 7, who knows? Who knows exactly how it goes? See, there it is. There's the Minnesota Timberwolves making some noise. How much noise? Is it going to be enough to win? They have the lead, almost double digits with a couple minutes to go. Yep, look at that. Chase Center didn't matter. 152 points on the head of the Golden State Warriors. And Ja Morant had 43 and 12. And then Jrue Holiday had 30 as well. Okay, we are in the finals. We got a 1-2 and then a 3-4. Conference finals. 1-2 and a 3-4. Man, the Pelicans made quick work of the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, Z and them are doing a thing. I get to see my boy Zach LaVine compete for NBA Finals. You love that. 2-2 series out east, though. 2-2 series. Come on, Chicago. I'm rooting for the MVP, and he doesn't get it done. Instead, it is Paul George and the Atlanta Hawks. And Tatum, as good as he has been, this is a stinky game for him. And he had 33. For him, this is a stinky game, especially since he fouled out, too. It's unfortunate. But in the finals, we have Russell Westbrook and Paul George. 2 players that a lot of people want to see win a championship eventually. In real life, they teamed up, and Paul George actually got injured last night as I'm recording this video, so I don't know what that's going to look like. But we want to see Russ win a championship. But I also got my boy Zach LaVine on the other side, so I don't know exactly who I'm rooting for. Matter of fact, I'm a neutral fan here, and it didn't matter anyway. Russell Westbrook and company win the NBA championship. Russ won a championship, man. Look at that. I can shed a tear right now. And then Paul George, the best player on the championship team. Even he didn't think he could do it. If you look at some of the interviews he put up over the last couple months, he said he okay with being number 2. In this universe, he was number 1, and they end up winning. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.